Alright, so today we're continuing with this project of getting these Dollar Tree stackable planters set up and ready to use. So what I did today was make these holes in the bottom. Not make the hole, but just the holes are there, but they're covered up with plastic, and it's easy to just use a Phillips screwdriver to poke them out, the little plastic parts, and you have your perfect little holes. So now I'm going to put it, I started to put it on here, and actually I put it on here and I started to put dirt in it, and then it was too flush with the log, and so I grabbed some scraps of wood and I'm going to put those underneath. It may have been okay for drainage, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't want it to hold too much water, so I'm putting these little pieces of wood, these wood scraps, just underneath here like this, to keep it up off the log so that there can be good drainage. And now I'm going to continue filling it with some soil. I don't want to put too much right at the beginning because I want to make sure that these plants fit. And so what I'm putting in is some herbs and some flowers. So these are, let's see if it tells you anything about depth. Not that I can see, but they're not that deep. So what size pot is this? Let's see if this says anything. Is this a 6-inch? I want to say these are 6-inch pots. And so that's about what this is. So you can't go with any plant that is too large or anything that has deep roots. I was thinking about what I could put in here, and I had to stop and consider what kind of roots each plant has. Is this more than one? I think this is just one. And I need to turn it this way so that it hangs this way. Yeah, so you don't want to put anything too deep. Like I have another one that I'm going to show you here in a sec. I'm going to put some lettuce in there. I thought I would put spinach, but spinach has a taproot, so that wouldn't work very well. So this is English thyme. Smells awesome. I wish I had, I don't want to disturb it again, but I wish I had broken up the roots a little bit. So there's that. And then let's see, let's put some petunias. And this is definitely more than one. Let's see, is it? Nope, just one petunia. I'm going to break that up a little bit. Drop it in there. So you see, you can't really, there's not that much room. There's just enough room to put something like this. Something that's in the largest pot size, I would say, is like a 6-inch pot. And then I thought that this had more than one parsley, but let's see. I'm not 100% sure. Let's just tease this part a little bit. It might just be the one. Yep, it's just the one. I'm gonna save it and put some of these marigolds in here. Okay. It looks pretty already. Now the marigolds aren't as large, so you could put some more soil. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to put the second level on. Make sure I'm not crushing anything. Okay. And it looks like it should snap, but it's not snapping. Oh, there it goes. It's a little bit better. But it does move around. It's not designed to really grab on to the lower one. So I'm going to put some soil in here. And a couple of these. And I'm just sitting here smelling this oregano. It's an Italian oregano. And let's make sure it's just one. I thought this one for sure was two, but probably not. Yeah, I don't want to traumatize it. Let's see. Let's have it going this way. Oh, did I put it the wrong way? It'll be okay. And then we'll put the parsley over here. And time will tell if this is going to work and if these pots are large enough to sustain. I've seen people put herbs in there before, so I'm thinking it will work. I'm not going to put another one. I'm only putting 2 levels, so I might get some more marigolds or something else to put in the middle. But that's it. It didn't take much to put this together, so just need to water it. It'll be done. So there's the finished product. I think it's pretty cute. Let's see if I can walk around. So one thing to keep in mind with this is that each tier is not directly on top of the other. If you only have like 2, like me, you would have to have more so that you can have one above, and so water dripping from one can go into another. So if you're only going to use 2, then you have to make sure that you are watering each tier. I hope that makes sense. If you look at it like that, there's not one tier on top of the other. So you have to have at least 3 for that to be the case. So I have these here. And what I'm going to try with these is to put some lettuce in there, seeds, and see if I can get some lettuce to grow. But I just wanted to show you guys that Besides this, something else that I did on this Sunday afternoon is put together my Greenstalk and planted some strawberries in them. So I had some tomatoes in this bale here, and they were indeterminate tomatoes. So to help with trellising, I added an extra piece of fencing, as you can see there, to extend it up. But it's broken, and yeah, so I'm gonna remove it and put some cattle panel to support this gooseberry right here. That's what I'm gonna be replanting, and yeah, I'm gonna tie it to the cattle panel. Alright, so I moved the bale that was here. So I'm gonna get the container. Well, first I'm gonna level this out, then I'm gonna get the container for the gooseberry, and then bring the cattle panel over, decide what height I'm gonna attach it at, and then we will get to planting this gooseberry. Alright, let's start by breaking this up a bit. There's still some straw in here. Our climate is super dry. When I was in a more humid area in Oklahoma, this straw would not be like this. It would have decomposed a long time ago. So I'm going to get some potting mix to add to this. Coffee grounds. Soil smells really good. Smells like coffee. I got some peat moss, so I'm going to put some of that in here. Just want to make it drain well. I'm debating about the perlite, whether I want to add some of that or not. It won't hurt. I'm going to go ahead and mix this up, and then we'll start filling this up and putting the plant in. Alright, change of plans. I decided that I will plant the gooseberry first and then decide at what height to install the cattle panel. Okay. I think I'm going to need the mister to, let's see. Yeah, it's not too heavy, but it's kind of cumbersome because of the height. So, you can see how tall it is. Okay, that wasn't easy. It was very challenging getting it out. I think I shouldn't have watered it yesterday. If I had left it dry, it would have been easier to take out, but now it's in there. You can see how tall it is, and you can see the cattle panel. The mister brought me some cinder blocks to put it up on so I can get an idea of how high I need it, and I need it higher than that. So I'm just going to put it a little bit higher and wire it to the fence, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, one side done. I'm not an expert at this. This is the first time that I'm trying this, but this is what I'm doing, is tying the branches to the cattle panel and hopefully train it to go that way. Time to do this side. Okay, hopefully you can see it a little bit better here. Next project, blackberry bush. Same process. Dumped it out, took the twigs and put them back in the container. I'm gonna break this up, amend it, put it back in. It was dark last night when I finished working on this. Just gonna show it to you now. This is the blackberry bush, and I got some advice from a local small farmer here. I put it out on Facebook asking if it was okay to put this bush in the pot that I expect it to stay in, or if I had to up pot every so often, every year or whatever. And she replied and said that I could put it in the big pot, but because it's a young plant and doesn't have much of a root system, and it would be I guess a struggle for the plant with all of this area and this soil, that I should put some perennials in there with it. So I put the rosemary that I got and the lemon balm that I got, and I want to put something else here. I'm leaning towards another lemon balm, and then maybe in between I will put a couple of strawberry plants, just so it has some company and something to help it deal with the space, the area. Something else I wanted to work on today is to move this plant hook, because I guess last year they were younger, because this didn't happen with the plant I had here. But the minute I put this here yesterday, here she comes, Goldie. She is not Goldie, sorry, Tiny. She knows and she remembers, and oh, you can't see, and she eats my plant. I mean, she reaches through and picks the flowers off. So, bad girl Tiny. So I am gonna raise it up. I don't want to because the wind, you know, I'm afraid the wind will damage it, or I don't know. But I'm gonna move it and put it up here, even though I don't want to. I'm gonna put it right around here. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Oops. Don't want to lose this screw. I don't have another one this small. She's still here. Tiny. Can you see her? There she is. I'm putting it up where you can't reach it. Oh no! Well, that was a close call. It did fall out, but I'm gonna go rinse it and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just used the hose to get some of the dirt off the leaves and the flowers, and I want to show you what happened. This is a Dollar Tree hook. Hope you can see what I'm showing you. This is not closed all the way, so it's very easy for these links to just come up and over, which is what happened. So I'm gonna grab my pliers and tighten that. I'll be back. Okay, done. You know what I might do also? Is I might use the pliers. Can you see this? I might use the pliers to tighten this all the way down, because with the wind it might, you know, knock it off like that. So no flowers for you. There's a, this one fell off when when the pot fell off. There you go, Luna. You guys like those? Yeah. Oh, Tiny, that was for Luna. Come here, Luna. No, she can't see. Grab it, quick. Oh, I love these girls. Okay, next project. Okay, just wanted to show you what I did here. Now there's very little space. I can get it off if I need to, but the wind shouldn't blow it off. All right, I want to make holes, well, the middle hole, the center hole for the rebar in these other Dollar Tree stackable planters. I don't remember what size paddle bit the mister used. He used a bit like this. But I'm going to go ahead and try with the 1/2 inch, and if I have to go up to 3/4, I hope it doesn't make a mess of it. This time around, I am putting some, can you even see that? I have some painter's tape in there to see if it'll help prevent splitting, which is what happened with the other one. It kind of broke. Ooh, that made a perfect hole. But will it fit? Let me go check. Okay, it fits, but it will be tight, which is good because it won't blow away. So let's do this one. And this one cracked, even with, it didn't even make a circle. Look what happened. That happened. Okay, I hope you can see that. Let's just try to, I don't know what made the difference, but okay. I just made the break even bigger. All right, I'm going to show you guys where I'm going to put this and tell you what I'm going to do with it. But first, let's take this off and put away the drill, because I've been told multiple times, don't leave this stuff in the sun. Okay, so I really wanted to put this setup right in that corner, but there is no room. I have garlic right up to the corner, so I think I'm going to put it here. The reason I want it over here is because the chicken coop and the chicken run cast a little bit of a shade at certain times of the day, and I'm going to be putting lettuce in here. Look at that big, look at that. I hope it still goes on. Let's see. Yep. There's that one. And then look at this one, it was perfect. I wonder. Oh, it's not straight. I wonder if I'm gonna have to get a longer one. We'll see. Okay, I got it on. It's a really snug fit. I think I'm gonna need a longer rebar though, because see, it really needs to be hammered down. After you get down to, I think it's sand up to about 1 foot, not my bed, but the ground. Plus I have my bed on top, so I need probably a 2-foot piece of rebar. So I'll have the mister do that and hammer it in so that it's stable. Then I will put these back. Then I will fill them with soil, and we're gonna put lettuce in there and see how that works out. Okay, we're in my little shed, and I'm gonna look in. I have 2 freezers in here. I'm debating. I just want to make it easy today. These are frozen potatoes. I think I blanched them and froze them. I have a few of these, but I've never used one. So I'm going to try one today. And I'm looking for this. Is this pork chops? You guys, always label your stuff. Don't think that you're gonna be able to look at it and be able to tell what it is. I make that mistake all the time. This definitely, if it's not chops, it's what do you call it? It's ribs, that boneless kind of ribs. And either way, that's what I want. I want pork today. So we have green beans inside, so we're gonna do potatoes, whatever this is, and that's my shed door swinging back and forth, by the way, and then some pork and green beans. That's it. Oh, one more thing I want to show you. Just want to show you how this run is, this brooder is coming along. This is so much bigger and better than I expected. Sometimes I fuss at my husband because I just want him to just throw it together, just, you know, do this. I'm like that with certain things. Most things I am more of a perfectionist, but when it comes to, whoa, it's not hinged. When it comes to stuff, building things like this, he just wants to do like the best that he possibly can, even though it's just pallets for the most part. He did use 2x2s down here. These parts here on the side for support. Wait. That is, those are pallets. And actually this was supposed to be the legs. This was supposed to be up and down, but 3 feet was too tall to bend over into. So we laid it down and made it 3 feet wide instead and 2 feet tall. So this one is hinged. Whoa, it's heavy, which is why he's doing 2 doors instead of 1, and which is why it's taking a while, because he's thinking things through, and the more wood he adds, the heavier it is, and I'm the one that's going to be dealing with it mostly. So I think today he's going to hinge this side, and then we're going to wrap it in chicken wire, and then chicken wire will be safe for this because it's going to be in the garden in the run. It's not, if it was just outside, we wouldn't do chicken wire, because chicken wire only keeps chickens in. It does not keep predators out. All right, that's it. I'm going inside, get a glass of tea, and rest. Hey guys, so the mister is going to be home in about 20 minutes, and he's going to be working outside on that brooder. So I'm going to go out and help him as best I can and do a few other things in the garden. But I wanted to get dinner started, and that package that I took out of the freezer that I was uncertain what it was ribs, which is good. He likes these country style ribs. So they're still a little frozen. I didn't really work at defrosting them, but I'm just gonna season it really simply. I don't do a lot. I just salt, pepper, paprika. The sweetness in the flavor when I make this comes from the what do you call it? Comes from the barbecue sauce. So I am just putting your usual seasonings. This is garlic. This is onion powder. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of this, seasoning salt. You do want it to have some flavor starting out, you know, even before the barbecue sauce. But I'm just trying to get it cooked, and then I put it in the oven with the barbecue sauce. This is some chicken broth. Let's see. This is chicken broth from December 15th, 2021. Smells great. Alright, that is it. Simple. Make sure that's on sealing. And let's see. Let's cook it on manual for 25 minutes. That's what came up, 25 minutes. That's probably more than it needs, but that's okay. We like it to be really, really soft. And there it is. Okay, almost forgot I was sharing this with you guys. I am just using Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce for expediency. And the mashed potatoes are done. The beans are here, but I won't heat them up until we are ready to eat. And I'm just brushing this on. I will put it in the oven, but I won't turn it on. Well, actually, I may not even put it in the oven. I don't want it to get dried out. Our oven has a pilot light that's always on. So I will just, whoops, I will just leave it here on the stove covered, and then I will pop it in the oven when we are ready to eat.